It's season finale time in season 1 of this Arsenal save. If you would like to see a season 2 of this save, do hit that like button. The initial plan was to only do one season at Arsenal, but I am leaning towards very much doing a second season. And if we can guarantee the Champions League football that we think we're going to get in today's season finale, then certainly we really should do a second season at Arsenal, shouldn't we, before we move elsewhere. We are very nearly in the Champions League. We've Manchester United, who are 5th to start today, then Leicester, who are 7th, and then Liverpool, who are 1st. So it's not an easy run-in at all. To boot, I think the Man United game, this one, is midweek, isn't it? Indeed it is. Just after a game against Bournemouth that we very much won comfortably. Leicester at home, and then we end the season at Anfield, where they may well be lifting the Premier League trophy at the end of the game if results go the way that they want them to. They are currently 3 points clear of Manchester City with 3 games to play. We are in 3rd with 3 games to play and would very much like to play Champions League football next season with Arsenal. So do make sure you're subscribed with the notification bell ticked and hit that like button to let me know you absolutely definitely do want that second season at Arsenal before we move elsewhere. Right, big deep breath. We bottled the Europa League. We bottled the FA Cup. I'm getting top 4. In the 90s and early noughties, this was the game in the Premier League. Manchester United versus Arsenal. De Gea, Dalot, Maguire, Varane, Yuri Bashish at left back, Casemiro and McSauce with Sancho and Rashford in one person, Bruno Fernandes at cam, and an 89 rated Ronaldo at striker. Little bit of a decline from Cristiano so far in this save. I believe he starts at 90. We are at full strength. Saka still not yet fit enough to be involved, but hopefully will be before the end of the season. Indeed, Ronaldo is 90 rated at the beginning of the save. Like we say, this used to be the fixture. Let's see if we can bring back some of that old rivalry, shall we? I'm sure it's still there for the fans. And this season is still going to be there in the league as well, because Arsenal are playing very, very good football IRL. Manchester United aren't necessarily. But we'll see what we can do here. We'll try and play some good football of our own. And Cristiano is in, and Gabriel just bossing him. When was the last time you saw Cristiano Ronaldo out-muscled that comfortably? A long while ago, I'd hasten to add. Tierney down the line. He's onside here, Gabby Martinelli. Jesus is there in the middle. Dalot is with me. We'll slow up. I'm going to drill it to try and ensure that it gets there. Early from Jesus. Good save by David De Gea. Needed to hit it early. Plenty of defenders around me. Let's float this with Martinelli. And Tomiyasu's up. It's a brilliant header. Met with an equal save. Let's try that again. A little bit more power on it this time. Gabriel's underneath this, as is Rafael Varane. I could hit that first time with Zinchenko. I won't. Saliba. Or briefly, at the corner of my eye, I think De Gea was actually committed to a dive there and was on the floor, and I didn't see it quickly enough to have the second shot. I'll have to have a look in editing to see if he actually was, but maybe Saliba might have had an empty net to try and roll that in for a moment. Here's Marcus Rashford down the left-hand side for them. Sancho is on the right. Rashford flattened. Tomiyasu's away. Yuri Bashish is a capable defender, but is he going to be good enough here? Ødegaard is in. Oh! And Ødegaard misses the target. Inexcusable, Martin. Inexcusable to not hit the target from the penalty spot from open play like that. That is really poor. Tierney, forward to Martinelli. You can see how Ødegaard is looking to get away. It's actually Zinchenko that's getting away from the man that was with him. Right, Martin, hit the target this time, please. That was pretty simple to cut them apart there. Some good movement, good positioning, and overall, good goal. We lead at Old Trafford by a single goal to nil thus far. Now that should guarantee us Champions League football if it stays as is, maybe. Although Chelsea might have something to say about that, as will Leicester and Tottenham. Tierney, Zinchenko, quickly to Tielemans. Bit of space to get into here for Yuri. I might have overrun that. I have, unfortunately. It's just gotten away from me. Bruno Fernandes. Sorry, Marcus. That's a foul. Referee didn't even blink an eye at that. I was right in front of you, pal. I literally just wiped Marcus Rashford out. I don't mind too much, although I might have had a few more extra bodies back here to defend had they had a set piece, but never mind. We'll come away with possession, and we won't complain too much. Got away with one there, definitely. Tomiyasu. He doesn't know who to mark Yuri Bashis, and in the end doesn't have to mark fucking anyone because it's a terrible pass. Ronaldo with options, one of which is Marcus Rashford. Oh, he's just powering with pace round the outside of me. Gabriel in the way, knocked off his feet there almost, stumbling away from it. It's gone out for a Manchester United corner with just seconds to go in the half. It's deep from Bruno. Varane's there. Tierney challenges. It'll fall to Rashford. He could have had a shot. McTominay might. He does. But it's straight at Ramsdale. That'll do. 1-0 up at half-time. And so far, Aaron Ramsdale doing everything he's needed to help us keep that clean sheet. At half-time, Liverpool are drawing and Manchester City are losing at Goodison Park, which will have massive ramifications at the very top of the table. Spurs also drawing, which is further good news for us. But there's more than one, more than two, more than three moving parts in this top four battle. There's ourselves, there's Manchester United, there's Chelsea, there's Spurs, there's Leicester. It's absolutely ridiculous how many teams are still involved in that fight for Champions League football at this late stage of the season. And the title is still in flux as well, given the nature of the results as we were reading them at least at half-time there. You imagine City will come back against Everton, but evidently Everton having a better time against Edison than I had in yesterday's episode. A second goal would really just settle my nerves. I'm not confident with just one at the minute. Lift that for Jesus. It will find Zinchenko, who's found Gabby again. I see Martinelli back here, and I see Tielemans on the edge of the box, but it's going to be closed down quickly. What a ball! What a ball! Emil Smith-Rowe onside, and it's 2. The assist. Dreamy! I'm not even sure who played it. Was it Yuri Tielemans? The movement from Smith-Rowe is unreal. The lack of marking from United is criminal, really. He just runs around the back of Dalot, who pays him no attention whatsoever. Not Dalot, it's Yuri Bashish, the left-back. It's unbelievable movement. First touch is beautiful, and the finish just sends David De Gea back the wrong way. He's moving to his left. There's no way he's going to get his feet sorted there. We lead by 2 at Old Trafford. Is this the result that seals Champions League football? Or are we going to need to make sure we get a result against Leicester as well before we head to Anfield to try and guarantee top 4? I don't know who else is in the Champions League knockouts, actually. We might need to make sure we get thirds, depending on how the result or the competition ends with regards to English teams elsewhere. I'm not entirely too sure how it works these days. That's gone out for a goal kick, thankfully. We shall take a bit of a rest here, and we will make some changes with the game against Leicester at the weekend in mind, although, as you can see, not got much in terms of spare legs. Ronaldo. I read that. Still doesn't fall for me, though. McTominay. McTominay again. Ronaldo. That's the goal that we were fearing would come. That puts the result in question. As soon as Cristiano had a little bit of space there, you knew it was going to be dangerous. You knew it was probably going to be going in. Oh, it just bounces off Rashford. But the accuracy of the finish is top draw from Cristiano. He might not be able to run as far as or as quickly as he used to be able to, but that technical ability is just as good as it ever was. Brilliant finish from the Portuguese. And for the time being now, please don't have too many minutes added on at the end of the game. I just want 2 minutes, thank you. I just want to keep possession and make sure that we get the victory, because I'm really, really desperate for those 3 points, and we will get them. We've even got the advantage for a free kick there as well. Tielemans will find Erdegaard. That's well intercepted, but that'll be game. It's a big win, that. I don't know whether it guarantees us top 4, depends what's happened elsewhere, but it will certainly be one giant step towards it. Could have had more if Erdegaard found his shooting boots earlier. Liverpool turned it around to win, but Manchester City did lose. They did lose away from home there against Everton, which is a giant result for the Premier League title race. Liverpool now, in fact, it's effectively won Liverpool the league. City are 6 points behind with 2 games to play. They need a single point, Liverpool, from either of their last 2 games. And their penultimate game, Fulham away, before they play me. They might have already won the title by the time we get to Anfield. We are 6 points clear of Spurs with 6 points available. So just as Liverpool need a point to guarantee the title, we only need a single point from our remaining 2 games to guarantee Champions League football as well. At the bottom, Fulham, risky, but still threatened by relegation. Leeds don't look great, do they? 2 games to go, 3 points from safety, and a -10 goal difference worse as well. Brentford, basically all they need is a point, because there's no way Leeds turn around that goal difference. They have Forest Leeds in their penultimate game, as you can see there on the right-hand side, which is a winnable game away from home. And then on the final day, they have... Oh, my God, they have Fulham. Well, Leeds might survive. That's going to be very intriguing. To the game against Leicester we go. Leicester City, to be fair, with the squad they have, to be challenging for a Champions League spot is remarkable, really. Danny Ward is still their best and highest rated goalkeeper. Castagna, Amate, Soyuncu and Oscar Dawley is their back 4. And Didi, Maddison, Dewsbury Hall, Soucek and Harvey Barnes their midfield, with continually aging Jamie Vardy up top. Kelechi, Albrighton, Evans, Daka, Saloy, Justin and Everson on the bench. It's not a great team or even a great squad, but somehow they are challenging for a European spot. Perhaps maybe not a Champions League spot now, but certainly they've been there and thereabouts. And you guys that have been with me at least for last year know all about my woes with Leicester City as manager of Nottingham Forest. We did not have a good time. Bukayo Saka is fit again, but on the bench only to start the day today. But he will play a part at some point, because I'd love to get him involved. Jesus' touch, trying to get him past Soyuncu with it. Vardy trying to get past my defender with the first touch as well. That's a nice ball. They'll take the free kick, I'm sure, from the advantage. Keeper. I like the way he was backing up away from that. Free kick for Leicester here, 7 minutes in. James Maddison will float it towards the box, and we'll just quite simply head it clear with Saliba, shall we? Thank you very much. Yuri Tielemans against his former team for the first time. Well, go on then. Erdegaard could be in here. Oh, he's Zinchenko, so he's not going to be rapid. But he's gotten to it. But we're not going to score. Oh, Jesus. Danny Ward's trying his best to help me, though. Challenge. Oh, come on, I won the ball. Jamie Vardy's on his own. So I closed the ball down and lunged at it with Gabriel. It was a mixture. I don't know whether I got to the ball first or not. But then Jamie Vardy is just on his own. What Saliba's doing, marking-wise. But Jamie Vardy, 23rd goal this season for Jamie Vardy. He may be... Oh, Martin. He may be getting on a little bit, Jamie Vardy, but he's still damned good at the football, isn't he? Oh, balls. It's 2. Could see it developing. It looks like the Leicester curse has followed me from 22 to 23. 2 goals in quick succession. It just tore me apart there. Come on. Come on, Martin. Bury that. Game on. This is going to be a hell of a fixture. It's 2-1. Into James Maddison. Tierney's with him. Nice tackle. Really well taken off him. Martinelli. Well, I'll try and get into the space. Zinchenko loves to get forward. For a player that has next to no attacking ability, he does love to get forward. Erdegaard, though, loves a goal. Jesus Christ, it's 2-2 and it's only the 25th minute. What a game. So much on the line. We're coming up with an absolute classic here at the Emirates. Deary me. Oh, lovely ball by Dewsbury Hall down to Maddison. Don't know if they really stand much chance of winning any headers. Vardy's not renowned for his goals with his head, is he? I don't think. I in fact couldn't even tell you if I'd even seen Jamie Vardy score a header. He must have at some point in his career, but I can't think of one off the top of my head. Coming off the top of his head. Martinelli, support needed. Zinchenko. Gabby spins. Martinelli's back to his feet now. Look at it into Yuri. And Smith Rowe. Oh, he just didn't want to kick the ball quickly enough, unfortunately. We'll stay at 2-2 for now, but we could have turned it completely around within 35 minutes or so. Look at Tielemans looking to get forward as well. Okay, that's Martinelli. I was looking at Tielemans. Smith Rowe, Erdegaard. There's Yuri. Zinchenko. Martinelli. Needs some good footwork, please, Gabby. Taking my time. Playing the right pass at the right time. Erdegaard falls to Gabby. Oh, lovely ball. It's all about the assist again. Gabby Martinelli from 2-0 down to 3-2 up, and it's not even half time yet. What a fucking game. Jesus Christ. Souček. Oh, that's a nice ball. Harvey Barnes. They started the first half electrically, Leicester City. Trying to deny them the opportunity to get back in this. Oscar Dawley decided to take that on solo, and it really didn't work for him. Get that forward looking for Erdegaard. It's found well. Chop from behind there from Wilfred Ndidi. I don't think it shouldn't be a red, but I think it might be. It is. I'm not sure I agree with that, ref. I'll have another look at it, and I did turn away from him. It's out of control, but it's not super dangerous. I could have understood if that was a yellow. Oof. That'll be a yellow. He's not even... So you're going to sit... Not even... I mean, make your mind up, ref. Oh, that would be gorgeous if it counts, but it won't because he's offside. Well, Leicester down to 10. How it's changed for Leicester City. 2-0 up after 25 minutes. No, 2-0 up after 20 minutes, sorry. They were almost back at 2-2 after 20 minutes. 25 minutes. And now they're 3-2 down. And a man light as well. How fortunes can change in football. Gabby's made a great run. I've seen the run. Oh, went for the overhead kick. I think he might just have been offside as well. Whose free kick is that for handball? Is it mine? It is. Well, I've got to give it to Yuri, I think. Yuri Tielemans. I could try and knuckleball it from here. Do I try and knuckleball it? Let's knuckleball it. Come on, Yuri. From distance. Let's knuckleball it properly, please. Oh, my God. Yeah, that's a knuckleball. It aimed there, and it went... Meow. The movement on that was outrageous. Look at the whip on that. Too much power on it, evidently, but... Cool. That's the most knuckle I think I've ever seen in a knuckleball. Tielemans. Erdegaard. Again, it's great movement. Sometimes it goes for you, sometimes it goes against you with that shitty animation. It's gone for me there. It wasn't actually right at the goalkeeper, I don't think. But still, it's a bit of a... It's that fall over animation. Again, though, brilliant ball. An excellent movement. Erdegaard with an assist. Yeah, keeper should have saved that. Oh, well, 4-2. We've conceded as many as we've scored like that, so I won't begrudge it at all. They're down to 10 men, and now they're down 2 goals. And it might just get worse for Leicester City as the game goes on. Tielemans through. Erdegaard. Jesus. Martinelli's arriving. I should go back to Jesus quickly. Erdegaard tackled, but ball stays free. Delivered. Not bad. Not great. Tielemans. I wanted to hit that so bad, but just didn't have the opportunity there. He's onside here. Smith Rowe. And Erdegaard. And Erdegaard. Jesus Christ. Taking a piss now. Right, I'm going to bring Bukayo Saka on for the first time in 3 months. Marcus Thuram can come off the bench as well. We'll just try and batter them into non-existence now. And Moussa Sow can come on as well. 4-2 in the 73rd minute. To be fair, we do have a corner, so I might still stick with you for this particular highlight. Martinelli delivers. Thuram could be underneath it. He's not. It's Timothy Castagna. Surely Bukayo Saka's not going to come off the bench and immediately score or be assisted. He might. He might. I'm going to trying to get it to him. He's in. Bukayo Saka. Goal! B is back in the season finale. And he sealed the 3 points as if they weren't already done and dusted. Game over. 5-2. Dortmund have scored again. I think it was Jude Bellingham. It is. Lovely ball out wide. Tierney in there to Martinelli. And so, just need to find the right way to pass. It wasn't the right way to pass, but because Saka's in again. Saka for 6. I think it's safe to say that the Leicester curse doesn't exist anymore. Bukayo Saka spends 2.5 months out, and then on his return to the team, bags 2 goals off the bench. I was hoping that he'd have a part to play in the final couple of games of the season, and certainly he is doing so. Leicester absolutely torn apart here, and if I'd have found a pass there, we could even have made it 7. It's going to turn out to be our biggest victory of the season, and by quite some margin as well. We could still make it 7. It's just all Arsenal at the moment. Leicester have had nothing in this second half. They've had nothing really since, not even since the red card. Since they went 2-0 up, it's just been all us. It's just been non-stop Arsenal action. And Marcus Thuram is going to be in here for a potential 7th. Danny Ward's just not good enough in goal. It is 7. Unbelievable. I'm sorry, Leicester. I really am. After everything you did to me on FIFA 22, no, I'm not. Bollocks to you. Up the Arsenal. 7-2. I'd 7-2 be a Leicester fan. Vardy. Trying to outmuscle him. We've won it back. Thuram. Short. Martinelli. There's not much time left, but is there time for an 8th goal? There is not. 7-2. The biggest win of the season. And talk about performing when you needed it. A single point required to guarantee Champions League football. And after 15 minutes, I'll be honest, I thought I'd shit the bed. But a 7-2 victory. 16 minutes in, we're 2-0 down. And we win by 7-2 in the end. That is how a game can turn. 9 goals in the game. Man United won in their game as well. I didn't see the other results, actually. I wasn't glancing at the screen. But unbelievable, Jeff. We will be in the Champions League next season. I think it's safe to say we'll have a second season at Arsenal. Season 2 at Arsenal might be as far as we go. But I'm pretty sure we're going to have a second season at Arsenal. Because the growth of this team has been brilliant. And we are in such an unbeaten streak in the league. 3 there. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 9, 10. 11, 12, 13. 14, 15. We're on a 15-game unbeaten streak. And we can end the season against Liverpool, hopefully, with a 16-game unbeaten streak. We may even, although City do have a game in hand, we may even finish second here. City's game in hand was against Fulham, wasn't it? Oh no, it's at home against Newcastle on the 17th. It's Liverpool that have Fulham in their game in hand. We may end up, actually not that far off top. We are 5 points clear of Chelsea and 7 points clear of Manchester United. 8 points clear of Spurs. We are absolutely, definitively 100% yes! Getting Champions League football next season. So your Liverpool team, not only the Liverpool team, but your Premier League champions this season. Alisson, Trent, Matip, Van Dijk and Robertson. Henderson, Thiago and Danny Parejo in their midfield. Salah, Diaz, Nunez up top. Jota on the bench, as well as Artur, Konate, Firmino, Serge Gnabry, which is a hell of a signing. Vladimir Kufal as well, which is not so obvious signing. And, of course, Kevin Kelleher on the bench as well. Bukayo Saka is Bukayo Baka for this one. Back in the starting lineup. Is that a pun I can make? I think it's a pun I can make. It's a shame, actually. I was just saying this to the live chat, that because Liverpool have obviously won the league already, what would be a nice touch would be if they came out to us giving them a guard of honour. I think that would be the right thing to do in this scenario in real life. We may even see Liverpool lift the trophy at the end of this game. We'll have a full season roundup after the game and at the end of the season, so you guys can see exactly what's happened everywhere else in the save this season. But we'll try and end the season on a high. To be honest, even if we lose this, I think beating Leicester 7-2 is high enough already for me. We are third as it stands, 2 points behind Manchester City, but we could potentially finish second this year. And we're playing some really good football right now. 15 games unbeaten in a row. Flying up the table. And now 1-0 up after 6 minutes against the champions. Hey, they will be playing Champions League football next season. That's exactly what Arteta's aim is in real life, of course. We're unplayable right now. Gabby Jesus going for the golden boot, but I don't know if he's actually going to get there. We saw in the game against Leicester that Jamie Vardy had scored 23 so far this season. Liverpool just not marking. effectively. Gabby Jesus buries it. We could be a really good shout for a title challenge next year. The form we've been in the second half of this season, with the way that the group has grown, we really could be, even perhaps with another acquisition or two, could be one of the favourites perhaps for the Premier League title next season. We genuinely could. His 24th goal in 35 games, it says top left. So Gabby Jesus is certainly then in the reckoning for top goal scorer this season. We know Jamie Vardy has 23. I don't know who else was up there and what they were on, but certainly Jesus is a candidate for sure. We've been unplayable of late. So pleased with how this Arsenal team has grown. I think whether you guys didn't want it or not, I kind of want a second season here at Arsenal. Oh, Liverpool just cannot help themselves but give the ball away at the minute. Bukayo Saka's going to switch this looking for Gabby Martinelli. I just want to see what happens with his Arsenal side now. Martinelli's ripping Virgil van Dijk apart, but his shot isn't quite as good as it should be. Jesus. Virgil's come across. The pass was poor. Could have been in for a third again. I don't know whether it's because Liverpool perhaps know they've already won the title, so they're not really at it. Bit of a half-hearted performance perhaps. Or we're just playing really, really, really well. Manchester City score a goal though to give them a 1-0 lead against Tottenham. Give you two guesses as to who scored it. Same as real life. Erling just puts the ball in the back of the net, doesn't he? They could be in for one back here before half-time though, Liverpool. But Danny Parejo, Darwin Nunez back to Henderson, given away. 2-0 up at half-time against the champions for 16 games unbeaten in the Premier League. We are a force to be reckoned with now. At half-time, then, your scores around the ground. Manchester City 1-0 up against Spurs, so they will stay second. And as it stands, we will not topple them to finish in second in the table. We will stay third. Leeds 1-0 up against Fulham. Now, I don't know what happened in their match day 37, but that result might be what saves Leeds United. Although goal difference is heavily in Fulham's favour. Wait and see. But effectively, both sides there, I believe, playing for their Premier League survival. Manchester United 1-0 down at home against Brentford. So what the table looks like with regards to that fourth spot, I'm not sure. I think Chelsea winning makes sure that they stay behind us. But if Tottenham can find an equaliser against Manchester City, that'd be lovely. And then we might finish in second, not third. Although I think their goal difference is better than mine. Although after that 7-2 against Leicester, it might not be actually. Oh, Spurs pen. Yes, Harry Kane bagging the goal. We might be relying on Tottenham here to finish second in the table. If they can score again and City lose, we definitely will. Only 2 points the gap. Oh, bollocks. City have scored a second time. Well, there goes... Oh, of course, it's bloody Erling Haaland again as well. There goes our attempt at finishing second. We may well have to just settle for third. Trent. Oh, that's a Trent Alexander-Arnold type ball, isn't it? Though a not Trent Alexander-Arnold type ball outcome. Ødegaard will spread this to Tomiyasu. Try and get Andy Robertson to come towards me, which we've done well. And Saka will play in Gabby Jesus. And Joel Matip seems rather uninterested there. That'll be 3. Liverpool phoning it in here. They really aren't performing as they should be. We've scored 10 goals in the last 2 games. Gabby Jesus really wants that golden boot, doesn't he? Don't know what's going on with Liverpool today. But the marking there was just diabolical from Joel Matip. Didn't even pay Gabby Jesus any attention whatsoever. If I get this in early enough, we might have a fourth. Keeper's come to punch. Can I win this? No. Can I win that? No? Not sure. Liverpool come away with it though. 2 minutes to go. We'll see if they do get the trophy lift ceremony at the end of this, then we'll do them the honour of watching it. Because fair play, Liverpool. Even though you have been second best today, you've clearly been the best side over 38 games as a whole. And Liverpool win the league. But we get a 3-0 win. And we'll finish third in the Premier League table this season. Are we going to get a Liverpool trophy lift? We're not going to get a Liverpool trophy lift. Okay, fair enough. Sorry, Liverpool. No shots! They had no shots. 2-2. Spurs equalised. Did we finish second? Did we finish second? We did on goal difference! Hey! Arsenal! 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 On goal difference above Manchester City by +4 goals. Thank you, Leicester! Appreciate that, lads. Well, the only way we can go from here is one step away. First place for next season, please. I'll advance towards the end of the season and give you guys a full roundup of everything that happened in every competition this season that we were involved in and the bigger competitions around Europe. £176 million added to the kitty. Lucas de Jong is desperate to be involved, but you're a bit shit, pal. Sorry, you're like a League One player. You're not going to get anywhere near my squad. Right, we'll send those youngsters out on loan next year. Let's advance to past where the European finals will have been played. Actually, I'll stop this just in case we get any emails we need to address. But I don't believe there's going to be any. Matthew Smith, Reece Nelson and Harry Clark running out of contract. Oh, no! I'm sure we'll be fine. Okay, your first season roundup in full at the end of our first season on FIFA 23. Much more successful than most of what we were doing on 22. And 16 games unbeaten. This 11, maybe with a replacement for Zinchenko in the summer, can continue to grow, hopefully. There have been concerns from you guys in the comment section and in live chat and on social media, etc., about dynamic potential not working properly in the second season. We shall wait and see what happens. But even if we do end up with a bit of a bug with dynamic potential, the team is already pretty fucking strong, isn't it? So, this is how things ended up in the Premier League then. Liverpool top, Arsenal second, City third, Chelsea fourth by 4 points in the end. Manchester United won 6-0, as you see there on the right-hand side against Crystal Palace. We're not the only ones to smack in some goals this season. At the bottom of the table, Fulham do go into next season as a Premier League side, despite losing to Leeds on the final day. You can see that goal difference was Leeds' undoing in the end. Southampton and Bournemouth, absolutely nowhere, unfortunately for them. They are out of the Premier League next season. Liverpool won the FA Cup over Manchester City, so a double for Liverpool. The Carabao Cup, 3-1 by Chelsea. UEFA Super Cup was won by Real Madrid over Frankfurt. The Champions League, PSG beat Barca by 2-0. PSG do win a Champions League, and Manchester City won the Europa League, so they'll have a Champions League spot, or would have had a Champions League spot via that. But obviously they finished in the top 4 anyway. And the Europa Conference League was won by Villarreal by 2-0. That's your cup competitions. Let's also have a look at other leagues. And we'll have a look at player stats, etc. for England. So, in the Championship, coming up next season, Stoke City won the league on goal difference from Blackburn Rovers, who finished a single point ahead of Sheffield United and Reading. There are 2 points from 1st to 6th. West Brom are also on 81 points. That's an unbelievable title race. Wow, Championship, what a season that's been. Sheffield United, Reading, Watford and West Brom will fight it out for a place in the Premier League next season. Relegated down to the Championship, however, Rotherham, Wigan and Blackpool. Rotherham and Wigan returning at the first attempt after being promoted last season in real life, and Sunderland stay up. In League One, Oxford United and Ipswich to the Championship. Barnsley, Peterborough, Derby and Sheffield Wednesday will fight it out for a spot in the Championship as well. Relegated, Burton, Lincoln, Exeter and Cheltenham. Cheltenham on 27 points and really well out of it. Cambridge, however, full 6 points clear of the drop and finish 18th. Go on the U's. You love to see it. And in League 2, back up to League 1 is Mansfield Town, Newport County and Northampton. Wimbledon, Crawley, Salford and Bradford in the playoffs. And should there have been the National League, which there isn't and I don't think ever will be, Harrogate 23rd, Sutton United 24th. Unfortunately for them, they would have been relegated. In League, PSG by 7 points. You're not shocked. Lyon and Stade Rennais will join us in the Champions League next season in the Bundesliga. Leipzig from Bayern, hello. Mönchengladbach third, Dortmund only 4th, a full 13 points off the pace. All of them, though, will be in the Champions League against us next season. In Serie A, which is licensed again this year, AC Milan for the 2nd season in a row, of course, after winning Serie A last year in real life. 4 points ahead of Roma, who are further 3 ahead of Inter, and Lazio there in 4th. Juve only 5th. Juventus really aren't the side they used to be, are they? Maybe there might be the scope for a Juventus career mode later on this year. We shall wait and see what happens. Napoli only 7th. Ugh. In the SPL, it was Rangers over Hearts. Celtic in 3rd. 29 points off the pace. Rangers unbeaten all season as well. What's happened at Celtic? Real Madrid in La Liga. Only 75 points, enough for the title in Spain. Barca 2nd and Atleti 3rd. Athletic Club de Bilbao in 4th. They will be the final Champions League team from Spain. So, player stats. Salah got the golden boot. Level with Jesus, to be fair. So Gabby does share the golden boot with Mo Salah at the end of the season. Sterling with 24. Vardy with 23. Sterling turning up for Chelsea. Hell of a season for him. Aubameyang got 17, as you can see. Any other Arsenal players in there? Martin Odegaard with 14. And that's it. With the assists, Odegaard got 17 of those and walks away with the silver boot, so to speak. Jesus got 12 assists. Tielemans, Smith Rowe, even Saka in there as well. 26 games apiece for Smith Rowe and Saka, so very creative for the two of them. Any other Arsenal players in here? No clean sheets. Aaron Ramsdale, more clean sheets than anyone else. 13, the Golden Glove, the Silver Boot, and the Golden Boot, all to Arsenal players. That shows how good a season we had. So with regards what the board wanted from us this year, we didn't do great. My manager confidence is currently still weak because we failed in a number of areas. We got the youth development one. I needed to avoid defeat in 5 away games. We went unbeaten in 22, so I think we just nailed that one. Signed 3 players born in North America we're never really that interested in anyway. Financially, I've not sold any youth players, but that's a long-term goal, so we can do that next year, and we absolutely could and probably will. Champions League spot in the league, done. Win the FA Cup. A semi-final's not bad, but I understand their frustration at the Europa League. Absolutely. First knockout round, although it was Inter Milan, but I guess at the same time, the manner in which we went out to Inter Milan was unacceptable. So how's the team done this year then? Ramsdale up 4 to 86, as you can see there. Let's do it on this screen first. Out on loan, up 4 for Karl Hein, up 2 for Okonkwo. Runnison is back from his loan spell. He's not grown at all, unfortunately. Matt Turner is up 2 to 79. Quite happy for him to remain my second choice goalkeeper, I think. Maybe we'll get... Well, I don't think he played for me, did he? He didn't play at all. I think I'll give him some first team football next year. He could be like a Carabao Cup goalkeeper or something. Souza up 6. Tavares up 2. Hoped for a bit more from him. He might be my backup left back next year. Or I might... His tackling's rubbish still. 71 slides, 76 standards. Not great. I could send him out on loan again and use Zinchenko again as left back. And then... Because I want to sign a higher rated centre mid where Zinchenko currently plays. Kieran Tierney up 4 to 85. Cracking. Saliba up 3 to 83. Has completed that development plan and apparently could complete another one. Let's do that as well then. Sweeper or defensive player? Let's go for defensive player. He's already phenomenal, but he can go again. Rekic up 3 out on loan. Gabriel up 4. He was brilliant. Harry Clark up 2 out on loan. Austin Trusty up 2 out on loan at Birmingham. Ben White up 3 despite not a massive amount of first team football this season. Pablo Mari up 1. I'll probably sell him next year. Tomiyasu up 4. Completely outdid my expectations at right back. Rock damn solid. Takahiro Tomiyasu. Very, very good indeed. Norton Cuffy up 2. Gusto up 1. That's a recent development. Quite happy for him to be my backup right back still. Ryan Elabiosu up 2. Maitland-Niles will get sold next year. Probably. Sorry, pal. You're just not going to cut it. Granit Xhaka. I'll keep Granit at the club. I can't sell Granit Xhaka, can I? I'd never get away with that. But his first team football is going to be even less next year. Cabral, our scout future star. No, it's not Cabral that's our scout future star, but he's one of our higher rated youngsters up 2. Dubry, or Kozia Dubry, up 5, to be fair to him. Very good growth. Joel Adejo up 4 as well. Smith Rowe is up 3. And to be fair, did really well coming in for the injured Bukayo Saka. Gabby Martinelli up 5. Really pleased with him this season. We'll show you the goals and assists, etc. in a moment. Marcelo Flores up 3. Matt Smith, meh. Sambi Lokonga up 3. He's just not great, Sambi Lokonga. He's all right, but he's just not great. Zinchenko, I'm sorely tempted to change him back to a left back. I wonder how long it would actually take. 170 weeks. All right. Maybe just as a squad player in any position. Yuri Tielemans at 85 hasn't grown at all. Jibril So hopefully will grow. I need to put a development plan on him actually, which I will do very quickly now. 9 weeks as a box-to-box. Ball in midfield is a little bit longer. We'll go box-to-box. Improve his passing and his dribbling. Agility and ball control. And his finishing will go up as well. Sayan up 3. Aziz up 2. Patino up 3. Erdegaard up 3 as well. Brilliant player, Martin Erdegaard. Can't recommend him enough for your own saves. Lucas de Jong begged to get called up. Nice to see Lucas Stacey growing. He is our scout future star. 6'6", 5-star, 5-star, 74 rated, up 6 out on loan at Trabzonspor. Pacey. Ball control is 90, dribbling 81. He might be usable next year in the same way that Marquinhos was usable this year. Fabio Vieira, meh. I just haven't enjoyed him, if I'm honest. Nicola Pepe's to come back into the fold next year as well. So we should be sorted for wide options because Pepe's definitely usable. Marquinhos as well has been great, I have to be honest. Up 4 to 77. Hopefully will continue to grow. Saka up 3 to 85. I've got too many options, really. Reece Nelson will be sold because, let's be honest, Nicola Pepe is going to be coming in ahead of him. Gabi Jesus up 2 to 85. Can grow yet further. 3 weeks could be a upping to target man. Let's do that and get him to 86 before the end of the season. Balogun up 3 out on loan. Meh, or loan again. Eddie Nketiah up 4 out on loan. Maybe he comes back in and plays a part up at 77 if he keeps growing. Though Marcus Thuram is just as good, if not perhaps slightly better. We'll wait and see. Eddie Nketiah might play a part, to be fair. Tyrese John Jules with a decent loan spell at Ipswich. Don't know how many goals, assists, etc. he got. It's one thing I have asked continually of the devs for a couple of years now is more stat tracking in general in saves. Gabi Jesus, pretty good. 42 goals in 48 games. 14 assists as well. Erdegaard, the creative god that he was. And to be fair, goal-scoring god as well. Gabby Martinelli chipped in, as did Saka, both with double digits in goals and assists combined. Smith Rowe equally. Zinchenko with 8, actually, which is very good. Marquinhos with some from a substitute role as well. Fabio Vieira got 8 assists, which is surprising, actually, to be completely honest. Yuri Tielemans with 10, although some of those, of course, for Leicester as well. Marcus Thuram, 2 and 2. Saliba got a goal and an assist. Gabriel with a goal. Ben White with a goal and an assist. And that is all she wrote for Season 1 at Arsenal Football Club. But I'm quite excited about potentially winning the Premier League in Season 2 at Arsenal. Season 2 will probably be as far as we go with this Arsenal team. But we will start Season 2 tomorrow. So do come back and join me for the beginning of Season 2, where we will look to do some transfer business. Ins and outs, please. That's all for today's episode, though. For the season finale, hopefully you enjoyed. I thoroughly did. Love a 7-2 win, don't you? I shall see you tomorrow for more, or in the My Player later on this afternoon. Ta-ta.